is going to be talking about bisexuality. I personally identify as bisexual. A lot of people are confused as to what bisexuality is, and what the differences are from homosexuality and pansexuality, and that's what I'm going to explain in this video. First, I wanted to start with a couple of textbook definitions of bisexuality. These definitions are not extremely accurate. Some of them are so far off that it is comical. But there is not a textbook definition of bisexuality that is agreed upon. However, there are some definitions from real people like myself that are believed to be more accurate definitions of bisexuality. Firstly, Merriam-Webster. Merriam-Webster identifies bisexuality as sexually attracted to both men and women. This is what most people think that bisexuality is, when in reality it is so much more than that. A slightly more accurate definition, which is given by a source called Bisexual Invisibility, it's like almost like a research paper that I have read, is bisexuality is the capacity for emotional, romantic, and/or physical attraction to more than one sex or gender. This is more accurate, but it still leaves out a very important detail, the detail that separates bisexuality from pansexuality. As many people know, homosexuality is being attracted to the same gender as your gender, and heterosexuality is being attracted to another gender than your gender. A couple of my bisexual friends, I asked them to define bisexuality for me. Firstly, my friend CJ Lipeout simply stated bisexuality is the attraction to two genders. This is a very simple definition, but I don't think that it explains bisexuality as well as it can be defined. My sister, Sky Frischman, expressed that by romanticism, bisexuality only for romantic attraction, is the attraction to people of two or more genders. This is a more accurate definition because it includes one of the most important details, which is bisexuality is the attraction to two or more genders. When people hear the Greek root, or when people hear the root bi, they think two, and that they think that that means that bisexuals are limited to only liking men and women, or only liking non-binaries and men, or only liking women and non-binaries. When in reality, bisexuals, including myself, have the capacity to like any gender. Next and finally is going to be my definition, which I personally believe is the most accurate definition I have been able to find. This is through research and compilation and personal experience being bisexual. I state, bisexuality is the attraction to two or more genders, with each gender being liked for a different reason. Men, women, and non-binaries will each be liked for different reasons. Those reasons depend on the person. This is the detail that separates bisexuality from pansexuality. Pansexuality, a definition that I have gotten from pansexual friends of mine, is the attraction to two or more genders regardless of gender, meaning that they like all genders for the same lists of reasons. If you identify as bisexual like myself, you like each gender or non-gender for a different reason. It tends to get very stereotypical quickly, but I can't help it. I like women because they are softer, easier to communicate with, they tend to be smaller, they tend to dress in a more similar way to how I dress, and things like that. I like men because they're taller, they're typically more muscular than me, their voices are deeper, and they seem like they are there for me to rely on more than women are. I like non-binaries, but I have to define what I like in each non-binary depending on the person. It tends to be very related to, for my personal non-binary attraction, it tends to be more that I like each non-binary for a different list of reasons. and those reasons depend on them. I can't decide what I like about all non-binaries. Just the same as how I can't define what I like about all women and all men, because not all women and all men fall under the same categories. One common misconception is that bisexuals cannot like transgenders, which is completely ridiculous. I know so many transgenders who are wonderful men, women, and non-binaries, and I have never thought of them as anything other than what they identify as, and if I did have an attraction to them, it would probably be for the reasons that are related to the gender that they identify with. That's all I wanted to say for now. If you have any questions, please feel free to let me know. This video was made for my English research paper that I'm doing on bisexual discrimination, and if you would like a link to read that research paper, please let me know. I will be happy to send it to you. Like it if you liked it, comment if you have something to say about it, subscribe if you want to see more videos like it, and I will be getting back to actual non-school related videos at the beginning of May. Bye!